Tonight, an I-team investigation into the treatment of animals at a New England fair. The images of elephants and camels have gone viral, leading to questions about their owner and claims of mistreatment.
WBZ Chief Investigator Cheryl Fiandaca looks into the allegations and the growing effort to protect these animals.
Some say it's hard to watch this handler appearing to force a camel to stand.
Hate it.
I think it's inhumane. It's so sad.
That video and this photo of a limping elephant giving rides at the Big E Fair in Springfield have gone viral on social media, spurring more than 100,000 to sign an online petition to end the use of wild animal acts.
It's wrong to force any animal to do any act, especially for people's amusement.
The animals are owned by Tim Comerford, who tells the I-team the pictures are misleading.
You can all look at a picture and not get the picture. The MSPCA did come out and they told us all our animals are very fine, healthy.
The MSPCA says it inspected the animals 4 times at the Big E and found in the case of the camel, the actions of the handler do not rise to the level of felony animal cruelty, and that the officers didn't see the elephant limping.
Our elephants have given rides for many years, and we have 3 of the most healthy elephants that you could see.
USDA records reviewed by the I-team showed in 2017, inspectors ordered Comerford to get veterinary foot care for Beulah, one of the elephants. In nearly all of the reports over the last 3 years, it was clear that inspectors didn't see all of the animals owned by Comerford and found no violations.
They get very good care.
Eastern States Expo owns the Big E and defends Comerford and the pictures, telling WBZ the camel in the video is young, somewhat lazy, and stubborn.
The camel knew that his bucket of marshmallows was on the other side of the tent wall, and the camel sat down in protest like, I want some more marshmallows.
Should they be fed marshmallows and candy?
Given their size, a few marshmallows isn't going to hurt them, just like a few marshmallows may not hurt me. You're smaller than me, you should have less than I could.
And Comerford explained the photo of the elephant eating red licorice this way.
What people don't realize about elephants, they do have a sweet tooth. An elephant, Asian elephants especially, they'll go into a sugarcane patch, they'll eat every piece.
The Big E and Comerford say they're unfazed by the pictures and the outcry on social media, both vowing to continue the wild animal acts.
The agendas of certain groups will not be met here at the Eastern States.
The Big E Fair has dozens of corporate sponsors, including Coca-Cola, who told us in a statement, the video we saw of a camel in distress is difficult to watch. We have expressed our concern to the organizers of the fair. That concern not lost on State Representative Laurie Ehrlich, who has proposed a law to ban traveling elephant acts.
We need to start asking ourselves, is this appropriate, and is this in the best interest of the animal? And if the answer is no, then we just need to stop.
The MSPCA says it supports the elephant bill and is lobbying to outlaw wild animal acts in traveling zoos. Cheryl Fiandaca, WBZ News.